Hello, everybody, to a wonderful brand new edition of the 200cc Glentendo circuits. It's like 150cc, except it's literally not 150cc at all. It's about 50 cc's above that. Go to your psychiatrist, up that dosage about 50 more milligrams, and boom.
You got the CCs
there you go.
to be here on Tuesday.
200cc. Yeah, it's a lot. You got that tournament code up in the top left. There's a free tournament. Any of you can join, and we would very much love to have you. I believe this is Cuneo, who made dry bones in 200cc.
Yeah,
it is.
It is Cuneo. I think he might be a solo act today. Well, aside from you and me, of course. Which has sort of been a little bit of a theme. I do see. I have to figure out what Dilly Diamond's actual stream handle is, because he said he was streaming, but I used the old URL that I have, and it is not working. So
he follows me on my Twitch, I think. I mean, I don't do anything on my Twitch, obviously. That's not the point. But I could look it up real quick.
Maybe.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen him pop in chat, and it's not that. I won't be surprised if I see him pop in this chat and say, like, oh, yeah, here's my URL. But in either case, we do have Cuneo, and that is what we have at the moment. So, you know.
Perhaps he changed it from Dilly Diamond to Silly Square.
Did he? Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay. All right. Anyways.
Took you a second, didn't you?
I don't know if you saw
Cuneo
that.
with the W.
Yeah, that's a good dub, man. Let's see.
Yeah, that's the first dub.
Yeah, first dub. So I'm going to be using these cameras more because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm so used to not using cameras for Smash because it's like awkward in between sets, but we got them, and there's really nothing to look at in between games of Mario Kart. Well, there is. Sometimes you get a good shot at like knees, and it looks like. Speaking of which, it does look like I see Matt is there.
How do I look at my Twitch followers?
Dude, don't ask me. Twitch interface. Confusing. Anyways,
no.
I can't even answer you that question because I don't know. I've been using Twitch for 3 years. Don't judge me.
Unfortunate. And this alone, what we have on screen right now, I do believe is more entrants than we had for last week's 200cc circuit at all. I believe last week we only had 6 people.
Well,
in
yeah,
total.
there's 6 in, 7 in this lobby. So yeah, even if this is the entire tournament, you're right. We got them.
Pretty much, it's already more people.
We got them.
There you go. They ain't as popular as the normal Glentendo circuits, but nothing ever is that we ever tried. So.
Well, that's definitely true. And the thing about 200cc is that we talk about this every week, but that barrier to entry is just different. It's a lot. 200cc just built different. Like it's really fast, and you have to use the brakes. You know, you don't have to really use the brakes ever in 150cc, but like 200cc, you definitely have to use them. So like just right there, that's a big change for your thumbs. And then knowing how to do the courses, because things move that much quicker where you're just hopping over some things, or, you know, a shortcut like that, which he could have done if he didn't get hit by something without the mushrooms, because like you have that much speed in 200cc where you could sort of drift over that rough. But 150cc, not the case. Like you would need the mushrooms. So there's a lot of different things you can do in 200.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, if it wasn't for 200cc, I would probably start telling professional Mario Kart players that they might as well just mod the B button off of their controller. Like, send it to Evil Labs or Shinji or something like that and tell them, like, yeah, no, I don't want, like, a special button interface or nothing. You don't gotta give me no diamonds or nothing on my controller, little shiny sparkle colors, whatever.
No dilly diamonds?
Just get rid of no dilly diamonds. I don't need that ish at all. just get rid of the B button. I don't need it.
Yeah, well, you
just,
do
like,
now.
Just get that thing out of here. Yeah, exactly. I'm saying if it wasn't for 200.
True. All right, so I do have Dilly's thing, so you don't have to sweat anymore.
Oh, okay, sick. Because I was making absolutely zero progress.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
couldn't even guide you on the process of looking at your Twitch details because it is overly complicated.
Yeah, I would like to just hit, like, you know, my follower amount and have it go to my follower list, but that ain't the case. But what is the case is Cuneo finishing 4th place here. Sweet Blue with the 3rd.
Yeah,
nice.
Boswick in 2nd, Dark in 1st. Dark has been coming in week week out. 150cc, 200cc. He's been getting the results, and he did qualify for that UEF event. You know what? We might as well talk about that, because even though that event is 150cc, you guys should still know about it. So, yeah, UEF Passport. This has a $250 pop bonus. Glentendo Circuit last week. This one that just happened 2 days ago. The top 4 from that did qualify, which did include Dark, I believe, Glenn, Fate, and HSB. Fairly certain that was the list of people. I did that off memory. That's pretty good. Here is the actual event page. Those guys haven't been added in yet, but with that, we're already at 11 entrants. This thing just got announced like the other day, so it'll have time to grow. Entry is $5, so qualifying is pretty good. That opportunity to qualify again will be here this Sunday coming up as well, so keep that in mind if you're watching and you want a chance to actually win money playing Mario Kart, because there are 250 bones on the line, so you have that to look forward to. But in the meantime, we do have Sunshine Airport to look forward to.
It's probably pretty empty right now, actually.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, look at that, dude. Do you see any people? Yeah, there are actually people on the side. I can see a couple Piantas and a couple Toads. Piantas, I wish they were used in more games. Anyway, what I was going to say that I forgot, that I remember at the tip of my tongue, if you think you can win money playing Mario Kart, the thing is, it's like, you know, you say, like, oh, if you want to win those 250 schmackaroons, then definitely, like, enter UEF or try to qualify for it if you don't want to pay the money. But I feel like Mario Kart is, like, the ultimate, I think I'm godlike at this game. Until you enter a tournament with actual pro Mario Kart players and just get annihilated. I feel like fighting games, like people, casuals, like who don't know about competitive scenes may think they're really good. Occasionally they might be those kind of guys, but then they'll know about the competitive scene and then they won't really get humbled because they'll know like these people make a living doing this. Mario Kart, I feel like is sort of the exception to that. I feel like a lot of people don't know that there are people who play it competitively, and every casual Nintendo fan in the world, which are most Nintendo fans, probably think they're godlike at it. Or that they're trash, like one or the other. Mario Kart, you either think you're godlike, at it, or you think you're trash. There's no in between. Like, I'm alright at Mario Kart, I guess, if they have it at a party or something, you know,
it's a really weird, like, dichotomy, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
knowing your skill level in Mario Kart, because there is that whole random factor to it with the form of items and other stuff, so it's understandable why it happens. It's also understandable why it could, like, humble you quickly. And also, you'll see people who are consistent at this game. So despite all those random elements, there is a real skill level to this. And just sort of being able to anticipate things, whether it be on the map or with the items and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it's like Mario Kart is also the kind of game where you kind of slowly realize that you're not doing as good as you were when you weren't playing against pro players. You jump into a fighting game or whatever, and like you think you're godlike at it, and then you just get destroyed. We have Dilly Diamond, the return of the stream, here for us all. Thank you, Dilly, and with a new stream layout. Actually, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, looking
as a matter of fact, I put a little black outline around like the webcams there, or like the game right there if I could. But that's the only thing I'd change. It's like other than that, it's pretty much great. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here critique another man's freaking stream layout. I don't stream. At least not anymore. I don't have to.
You like Sans Undertale, Nintunus?
I
mean, he's on the overlay. I thought you...
Isn't that how he talks? Is that...
Yeah, I got it.
I've never played Undertale.
No, you got it.
But I know he goes...
That's actually pretty good.
Like
for never playing... Yeah, that actually... You got the right you got the right tone in your voice. That actually works.
I mean, I've heard it before.
You should play it.
Like,
I can't... Anyone who hasn't played Undertale,
that is the thing with being
a
voice actor, Chris. A thespian, if you would.
Yeah.
I know how to do some voices moderately well. Not most of them, but some of them.
Well,
anyway, Mario Kart is the kind of game you jump into a fighting game as like a casual, and you'll get humbled immediately, and then you'll never touch it again because you'll think you're trash, or that might be your entrance into the competitive scene. Mario Kart, on the other hand, if you're entering the competitive scene, is when you start to slowly realize that you don't play the game at a professional level, because you'll still feel like you're doing all right unless you get completely ran over by items, which is not guaranteed depending on any race you play. Like, you could do poorly in a race and not get ran over by a bunch of items. And that's possible. Like, you could just not get hit by anything, but then the racers in front of you just outraced you, you know? And if that happens, you'll still feel like you did all right as a casual, but then you didn't, because you'll look at the results screen and then you'll see your final points tallied up at the end, and that's when the player will finally realize, huh, maybe I'm not godlike at this game.
Did you just watch Dilly outrun that red shell for like a solid 30 seconds? It was on his tail. Yeah, the entire time you were mentioning all of those things was Dilly outrunning a red shell, and ended up successfully getting past with a pretty big lead for a baby Luigi. You don't usually see the little guy with this sort of lead.
Dude, I wish my diamonds were as Dilly.
He's chilling right now.
He's kind of bopping.
Yeah,
actually.
no, he really is. He's moving really good. I don't want to say much else. Meanwhile, look over.
Throw the bomb back.
Oh no! I didn't want to jinx him. Here comes the blue shell. Oh, nice.
Actually,
that worked out.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Dude, he's like, holy god! He like flew past it.
Epic.
As Cuneo takes third
no,
with a Lemmy CPU in front of him and Dark in the front.
He's a madman.
My...
All right, dude. That was actually a little bit of a roller coaster.
With a Luigi in Bosworth in front of him, actually, and I forget he does main Luigi in whatchamacallit in Mario Kart. That is his Smash main going in here. So it only makes sense that he has to play a lightweight, that he goes with Baby Luigi. Makes perfect sense.
Dude,
at that point, you know.
That was stress. I do think entrant count might be a small again, because those are just 2 3-person lobbies. So if you want to see these brackets get bigger, enter. And if you don't, thanks for watching anyways. Don't want to watch? That's okay. It's nice to see you for a moment. So I'm gonna keep going. Never mind. I'm sorry. You didn't want to support me for that moment? That's okay. I was gonna keep going. I don't know what's happening.
Listen. I was just getting real close to the mic because I was getting ready to go
Yeah, there he is. There's
our man I didn't want to cut you off because I cut you off so much. And
no, you're fine.
I don't even mean to.
That would have been.
That's why I didn't let you go. So I'm like, where is he going with this? He could do it. I believe in him.
No, I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't. Don't be fooled. If I was going somewhere, I'm not going anywhere.
Where are we going from here?
Yeah,
Where do we go?
Looks like we've reunited again. It feels okay.
Here at the Twisted Mansion.
Yeah, Twisted Mansion.
Unlike Luigi's Mansion, which was a track in Mario Kart DS. I wish they brought that one back, but I think they brought it back in Mario Kart 7, and then they just kind of didn't bring it back again, which makes sense. You know, they want to bring back as many tracks as possible, so they split them around the games. So instead, they came up with this one, Twisted Mansion, which is pretty cool. It's got this one little spot here, which I feel like everybody goes for, like, the top, oh. Jesus Cristo. That was gorgeous.
Yeah,
out here, man.
And also, I want to point out that Ludwig, that's named Ludwig, is actually a player, not like the Ludwig bot. Remember we got by that the other time, like maybe a few weeks ago. I do remember that. Or was that Lemmy? Now I'm confused. He definitely has points.
It was some Koopaling.
I don't know. Maybe I might even be wrong about this. Now I have to check results, but I'm fairly certain.
No, I do remember you saying something about, like, you know, having it be a human player who was just named Ludwig.
Well,
because
I was
Ludwig, or one of the Koopalings. I don't remember which one.
I was fascinated by the bot was doing so well, and I think it was. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I remember that. That was when we talked about, like, the game becoming sentient.
Yeah. Yes.
And like
exactly.
this AI just becoming so good and just bodying everybody.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
I remember.
All right.
Dry Bones out here on not his home course. That would be Bone Dry Dunes, I guess, but still, it's a spooky atmosphere regardless, and he's a zombie, so makes sense, I suppose. And here we go.
Oh my God! No, dude, that was almost it. That was almost it right there. Instead, that's Dark and Bosworth, 1 and 2, respectively. Wow,
dude,
right at the end there.
He went to ham for his own good. That's literally what happened there. He just went to in for his own good. He's like, I'm going to take this nasty-ass shortcut, even though the person in front of me already finished the race, and there's nobody I could possibly pass, and it's only a risk to me. No, he's going to do it. He's going to swag on himself so hard.
And you know what?
Jesus, my stomach.
Since we're just comfortably sitting in between races here, and
I'm actually not sitting comfortably right now. I scarfed down my food before this to make sure I can.
Yeah, it looks like you're kind of sitting.
I'm about to shit my pants. I'm not gonna lie.
That's disgusting.
It's all good.
I'm
so
sitting
I'm not
comfortably. I will once again bring up this UEF event. The Smash GG link did not make it on the advertisement. Go figure. But it is smash.gg/UEF. We'll bring you to this event page. It is $5 entry. Glentendo circuit places 1 through 4 last week qualify for free entry, and this week coming up, this Sunday, we'll also be getting free entry.
Hold on, let's go back to the slide.
Wait, hold on.
Go back.
I can't. They're starting.
Oh, damn it.
And you see where it is?
I was going to say that it's good. It's a good thing that Mario didn't scarf down a burger, a hot dog, and mashed potatoes so he could be on there on time for his race.
Dude,
he was upside down. Because he was upside down. Imagine feeling that way in your stomach.
Dude, I bet
when you're
you,
upside down.
Mario is eating a whole plate full of lasagna and still doing that stuff. I don't think he cares.
Isn't he a spaghetti man? I mean, he's Italian.
Yeah,
and,
he
you
just
know, so obviously he
probably
loves
likes pasta,
lasagna too.
dude. Like,
In general, yeah. I mean, I remember the show they did that. I remember the show that the two of them were pretty big cretins
they
for
love
spaghetti.
it.
Yeah, lasagna would have been good too, but I guess they just probably shied away from that since Garfield was so popular at the time of the
think
Super
so?
Mario Brothers
Maybe.
Super Show as well. I don't know. I mean, that's just like an
Seems
Oh my
possible.
god, that's just like an Americanized, you know, rendition of Mario in the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Which for you youngins watching who may not know, that was a Mario cartoon back in the day, back in the 80s. Which
Yeah,
I wasn't there
Mario,
for because I was born in '96, but it was an epic show which had live action segments and whatnot.
I was allowed.
And good for you, Chris.
Thanks. All right.
You're welcome. Anyway, maybe that's why they did that. I don't know. But here we are on not SNES. This is the Game Boy Advance Mario circuit here. Mr. M in front of Kunio here, and who is that Yoshi? It's looking like it's dark.
Oh my god, he's gritted
Probably
out.
who that
oh my
is.
god.
Wait, that was the last lap? Oh my god, I would have been way more hyped.
Dude, Kunio cutting off a shrunken Mr. M right at the last moment. That was a big second place too. As you can see, he is currently in second place, 86 total points, Dark with 90. So keeping things kind of close. You know, that's the cool part about having smaller brackets too, is things get kind of close. Also, what did you want with that? Oh yeah, we were gonna talk about the slide again.
I already made the joke. I was gonna say Mario. That's a very it's a good. They don't eat too much food if you're gonna be racing upside down like that. It's a very uncomfortable position to be in. But anyway, now that we have the slide, here you go. You eat. God.
You want the slide again, huh?
Well, I remember it. UEF Passport Tournament, August 27th. You have one more chance to qualify for free entry to it. If you place in the top 4 at this Sunday's 150cc normal Glentendo circuit, and you're gonna not want to miss this tournament, guys, because not only will you have a chance to win that free entrant, but if you decide to compete in the UEF Passport Tournament, that's $250. It's more than I make in a year. It's more than I've ever made in my life.
It's more than my entire commentary salary. But
You want to know the actual truth?
I don't actually. Well,
It is.
I know the truth.
It
so
literally is.
it's more
For me, it literally is.
for you and every other aspiring commentator,
Smash commentator,
or streamer,
yeah, you know.
or anyone else.
Bitch, who
but,
you calling aspiring?
Uh,
I am a commentator.
yeah, you're right. You're right. Just like I am a live producer. That is very true.
Exactly.
Oh my
exactly.
God,
Only
there goes
difference.
Dilly.
Only difference is I was a Smash commentator, and that's why in the 5 years I've only made not even $250 at it.
Dude. Well.
It's a grassroots scene. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. So
Anyway, not to discourage anybody, do what you love and love what you do.
I actually
What
think
I love
that
to do is Mount Wario.
I do. Yeah, same. I don't want to go back to it, but I will say I do think in the coming years that will kind of change a bit.
Yeah. For sure. Here's to the future, my friend.
For sure.
I am super optimistic and loving of my friends and family. He's not going to take the shortcut Kunio on the right there. Unfortunately he was small. The thing with that shortcut with the little ramp that leads into the forest here, at 200cc, you don't need a mushroom to do that shortcut anymore. So it's kind of just optimal to go for it. You just go so fast.
Exactly.
And after a few hops, you can just jump and sort of do it, and then there's no reason to not go for it. Kunio, however, didn't go for it, unfortunately, because he got hit by lightning.
Yeah,
so he wasn't fast enough.
And that is what we were kind of chatting about earlier on. Like, well, oh my god, I think he hopped over that. Yeah, holy crap.
Oh, that was so hype.
Yeah. But what I was saying was, yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, where 200cc plays so differently, where things that you used to need mushrooms for shortcuts, you don't need anymore. You just finish. But speaking of finish, that is going to be a second place finish coming out. Kunio. Meanwhile, first, I'm going to guess that's Dark, probably. I didn't actually see on the map.
Dilly, though, with the golden mushrooms to pass the baby Mario in front of him there to ensure he would have been able to get fourth. Whole baby crowd right here with Sweet Lou above with the baby Daisy right there in third place. And in first place, another one from Dark, who I believe is front running in this tournament so far. Pretty solid.
Sorry.
I was done.
Okay. I can't cut you off, though. This is why I don't get paid the commentary big bucks.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah.
As the good Lord DJ Khaled once said. Russia's circles, Devin! Don't give up! Another one. Another one.
Yeah.
I cut you off now. What were you gonna say?
I had nothing, man. You got it all. All right, so
I need to shave my
we're
neck.
split up again, man. I don't know. These
Look at my
servers
gamer neck.
something else. You've got the 1v1 Dilly versus Mr. M. The screen cap has been taken. And then on the other side is just Dark. I think that's probably Bosworth. It's cool, so...
Luigi versus Pikachu, the character that will kill you off of one grab versus the character that will kill you off of one interaction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Super Smash Kart. Baby Luigi gonna take the front right there. Mr. M in front of him. These guys are in the front. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And Dilly's gonna do it again. He got ahead of him right there with that little boost. Meanwhile, at the left, they can somehow... Now we're back. The left switch from the right. I got really confused for a second, but it's okay. Now I'm back on track. We got Baby Luigi out here with Dilly Diamond, looking pretty good. This is his second time on Big Blue today. He was able to outrun a Red Shell here before because he is just that fast. It's what happens when you watch so many Sonic the Hedgehog classic cartoons. You just get faster and faster and faster and faster. It's how I felt after I watched the movie in the theaters as a grown-ass man by myself. I'm not even kidding. I really did that. It was kind of cathartic. Anyway, Water Park here at the left. Will Cuneo secure this not final lap? It's the third lap here. And there goes Cuneo all the way in first place with Dark behind him, all the way at the left with the Yoshi, but he gets hit right in the keister with a shell. I didn't see what kind it was, but it's not going to matter because he gets hit right in the keister again with another shell. Meanwhile, at the right, we got Baby Luigi and Dilly Diamond able to secure that W and defeat Mr. M in the 1v1. But the race is over, Chris. Switch it back, please, so we can get to the fight. There it is. And there you go. Cuneo up here. He wins this. He'll get the movie rights and all the government-grown wheat.
It's lit. Yeah, so he needed that win because that catches him up a lot closer to Dark, which he needs because Dark won the past couple, and that's a big swing. That puts Dark and Cuneo 1 point away from one another, thus making things a lot more close than it was before that game. Race.
Man, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water.
Yeah, I didn't switch you over. I gave you. I respected the one moment, please.
No, actually, and I didn't tell you this, so obviously you wouldn't know this. I was hoping you would switch while I did that, because this, when you're like holding the finger up while you're drinking something, that's an Archer reference. That's an Archer reference, because like every mad characters in that show are alcoholics.
Oh
so,
right,
like,
yeah, it's like a
yeah. Like whenever they're drinking something, they'll be like Archer, and he's just like. It's just like puts the thumb up for a second while he's drinking it. That's my favorite show, by the way, if you want a little Nintoonist fun fact. Archer is my favorite thing in the universe. I love that show so much. Definitely watch Archer. It's coming back in September.
Well,
definitely watch Archer.
Everyone, send Dilly your best as he is going to sit and probably have to wait for this race to end. And
so lonely.
Yeah, dude,
He's so lonely.
He does look very lonely. Right.
That's actually mad. Like, I don't like that, man. That we have all 5 of them in here. Like, not even just because of the game, just because that's literally mad. Like, exclusive. I hate that shit. You know, we're just people out here. I don't like this idolization crap. I mean, you can look up to somebody, but when you exclude people like this because for no reason, I don't like it. Dilly's just over there, all by himself, waiting for all these people to finish a race. I don't like that. I'll make a whole video about that some other time. Just Mario Kart service.
He's still waiting, by the way.
I know, because like all 5 of the other racers are in here, right?
Yeah, literally the entire rest of the circuit's here.
Oh my god. Or all 6. There's 6 more, not 5. But anyway, that just blows. I don't understand. Is it random? Is that how that happens?
I don't know what happens. I don't even know if he dropped out in between games. Just sometimes if you have like a connectivity issue and you lose the lobby, then it just, I don't know. It just makes you wait.
I guess. That subway crash would have been way more violent if this was a different game, and if Dry Bones wasn't already dead.
Yeah, that's true. He would just shatter into pieces and come back together. Really of no consequence.
Fun fact about Dry Bones, he is bar none the best sidekick in Mario Strikers Charged. He's actually like overpowered.
I think I sort of remember that.
Yeah, he's a defensive type, which means he can teleport. So like when he has the ball, he can teleport. He can just literally teleport into the goal. like really consistently, and it's just stupid. Like that he can do that.
Holy crap, that was close, but that is now gonna actually not do too much because Dark and Cunha both finished 3rd and 4th.
Oh, look who just got here.
Who just got here?
That was Takamarth.
Oh, was it? I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah, he got 8th in that race. I think he just joined because he only had 5 points.
Yeah, shout-outs if you're just joining now. Even though, even though we've started and we're literally halfway through, you can join if you want to like bounce out the. Well, I say bounce out, but if you want to bounce out the lobbies a bit and just get some 200cc practice and play with like humans, still do it. You probably won't.
I could join.
Good, yeah.
I could turn off the stream right now. Just be like, all right, bye, Chris. Just don't say anything.
You could do
and then
that.
Just turn
and
it
also,
on. That's start racing.
I don't know what's good with this. I don't know why he's still waiting.
Yeah, he's actually looks very confused about that himself. I think he's resetting.
Well,
but now the other race already started, so this is. I don't
shout out
it,
to
man.
Mario Kart Online.
Shout outs to Nintendo Switch Online and all the fun video games that Nintendo provides us to play cooperatively and not, on Wi-Fi together. Although, never mind. I mean, I heard you guys talk about that on the podcast and all the cool plans regarding that. It's really, really cool. Definitely tune into the latest Gloves Off if you want to hear all sorts of fun stuff about Nintendo Switch Online and what these new updates mean for the future.
You know what, man?
And for me, I found myself talking along with you guys. Like, I found myself literally wishing I was there to talk with you guys because I had points that I agreed with you guys on, and I found myself talking to myself in the car when I heard you guys talk about them. I felt very in tune with the podcast. It was great. It was a fun experience.
That makes me feel happy.
I knew it would. That's why I told you.
There's actually, I will say, Nintendo Online is a topic that I feel very comfortable with and a topic that I really enjoy and does come up, and I feel like people don't really give a shit generally, but there is a lot of interesting stuff as far as I can tell that Nintendo is doing, like, sort of on the low with their online stuff.
Definitely on that super down. They're pretty low-key with a lot of stuff, and then they just drop things out of the sky. That's pretty much their nature at this point. Paper Mario, dude.
Yeah.
Remember they announced that 2 months later? It's like, what?
Yeah, everything has been like that, too.
Especially this year,
Yeah, well, this year is a little bit funky, but we even sort of indirectly spoke about this I may have been the last 200cc, where we were talking about all of these iterations of Game Boys, DSs, 3DSs, and how Nintendo doesn't fully finish things, but then they continue to innovate and they'll put something out and it doesn't really get the marketing it deserves because they're just like, oh, we just came up with this thing, here you go. But then everyone's just like, but wait, doesn't this already exist? Or, but wait, isn't this? And then, it's confusing. It's confusing being a Nintendo fan sometimes, but they always deliver on the games, so you never got to worry about that. Yeah, what is that? That's literally a prototype for the Switch. Look
at this.
What you're showing me?
Garbage.
That is a prototype for the Switch that you thought was a Wii.
Whenever I was at Smash tournaments, this is how I knew that this Wii U was mine. It was the one with the giant Mario sticker on it.
Mario,
yeah. Pretty much. It's just literally casual gamers did not know it was a different console. Why would they? It's like the Wii U sounds like an add-on to me. I mean,
I don't know. I still don't know why this is happening.
This thing is so big. Actually, holy shit. Chris, I don't know why this is happening to Dilly either, actually.
I'm
I'll
actually
do
pretty
this.
frustrated to see this. Guy hasn't come into... he hasn't been able to, race in these for a bit, or just taking a break, comes back, and now just can't get a freaking game.
Yeah, I feel like he's prolonging it at this point, because now, he's just putting himself sort of back in the cycle. Oh, he's typing.
Yeah, the thing is I don't think, I appreciate him trying to stream at all. Honestly, Dilly, I appreciate you, man. I'm just sorry you're having a crap experience with, getting that.
There are a lot more entrants on Sundays consistently.
Yeah,
as we know,
sure.
this shouldn't happen to you then. Just saying, just to give you that if you decide to do it again. But, for now, it's a little tricky here because, when there's so few entrants, it, leaves you waiting for a longer time. It sucks. This is, one of Nintendo's tournaments. Yeah, if you know Nintendo's, North America Opens and stuff that they have for these, the wait times for those are ridiculous.
Are they? I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they
I wonder
are.
how that even works.
Dude, so do they.
Yeah, the server just totally shits itself. So
do they, dude.
You play.
They're just like Mario Kart tournament. Let's do it. Cram them all these gamers in there.
Well, they are
for the
working
one
on
game
that
that these guys can play without Ethernet. I mean, yeah, no, they're getting there. Hey, it's okay. This is a happy place. This is the Zen place. We can talk about happy things. Yeah, Cunio's doing very good in this race and giving us great gameplay.
Yeah, he is. He's racing really well. Was keeping himself pretty clear of those edges, but is gonna get hit by.
He was gonna fall off regardless.
Yeah, he was heading that way, but nothing detrimental. Still has a really good lead. That first lap into lap 2 was really smooth, really uninterrupted by everything until that shell, and had that much ground where he still has it. And I'm gonna guess that's Takamarth right behind, followed by Sweet Lou in third. I see the baby Daisy, and sounding that horn a little bit too late. That is unfortunate because now everyone is going to catch up. By everyone, I actually just mean Takamarth and Sweet Lou. But the lap 3 towards the home stretch, you don't want that. It does have another horn, though. That's actually a really clutch item to have at the moment. You can defend against pretty much anything, including any passerbys. And kind of I don't want to call it ill-advised. But yeah, okay, he's good. Yeah, he's fine.
He was going fast enough to the point where he probably would have been able to get away with it, but I'm not going to lie. Still kind of ill-advised. The boombox is typically the best to have at the front anyway. That blue shell could have been thrown earlier,
Not necessarily even just for the blue shell, even someone passing you. Like if someone's riding up on your side, you just sound that bad boy and they're done,
Okay. And this is the last race in that rotation, I think. So if Dilly Diamond does not get in a game this time, then there is something legitimately wrong.
Let's see. We're going to watch in real time.
Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. He's in the tournament. Get some people in there.
Hey!
Yay! There you go. He's finally happy about it. He's like,
yes.
Geez, fucking finally!
Seriously, though. It took a while. And it gets a 3-person lobby, but hey, man, it's better than a no-person lobby.
3's a crowd.
Oh, there we go.
I can personally I can confirm that for you. Personally.
All right.
What?
All right, okay.
What?
I know you're talking about I know you're talking about TriCasts.
I actually wasn't.
Oh.
I'll tell you what I was talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. I was talking. Let's say I was talking about TriCasts, which are basically the same thing as what I was talking about.
All right, now
who knows what I was talking about because I'm not talking about it. Anyway, Dilly's in his 9th race here. He's definitely going to wind up racing against CPUs later. I think he has no real option unless more people join. But
yeah, we'll see what happens with that. That's a pretty big disparity because meanwhile Cunio has this one and then another 16 races. Yeah, so this one and another 2. Mm-hmm. Or I'm sorry. 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's 16. Never mind. I forgot. I always forget that as Dilly Diamond is playing as the Fuzzy Bear Mario. I mean, that's what it is.
It is. I actually like the texture of that Tanuki suit.
Yeah, it's cool seeing the Tanuki suit in HD like that for the first time because I'm not sure if it was ever in. Oh wait, no, it was in 3. It was in 3 World. I'm an idiot. Which is gonna get ported to the Switch, definitely.
Yeah,
most
which
likely,
was the rumor.
100%. That was the rumor for a while. Yeah, I love that trick too. By the way, where he turns into the statue, like just temporarily while he turns. I love that. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, that's
a really heated race
one
too.
thing Nintendo does very well all the time is attention to detail on little things like that, where if they're bringing something from an old game, they're not just going to bring you the skin, they'll actually give you a little bit of something to go with it that was, native to that game or skin or whatever, especially if it's Mario, man. Mario's always getting the good treatment. He deserves it.
Yeah, no, he does. He's a good lad. He's been a good lad throughout the years. He definitely deserves it. Very close. Not as close anymore, actually, as they approach his 2nd right here. Yeah, that's a huge gap. What am I talking about? Never mind.
That Luigi's kind of wasn't that far off. And that Luigi was who? I'm not entirely sure. Was that?
Baz. No,
it was literally just Luigi.
Yeah, man.
All right.
10 points. I thought it was Bosworth, whatever that guy's name was, who was in here.
Oh, Bosworth, yeah. I don't know. Hope he didn't drop. I don't know where he went.
Yeah. And to put in perspective for you guys, do you see how big this thing is compared to the damn Switch? Do you see? I can't
that
get
system. You cannot convince me otherwise. The Wii U was a prototype for the Switch, and the Wii U wasn't even like it was some weird extension of the Wii because it literally has a title in it, and it looks the same.
Where did the Switch go? Look at that. You can still kind of see it. You get. Oh shit. You get the point.
Sorry, nothing's ready for the graveyard, anyways.
It's a paperweight, dude. And like I got it here. Stack up them papers.
Yeah, it's gonna get buried up by the Pikmin. Because there's no other use for the system anymore.
That would be funny as hell if they add that into Pikmin 3 for the Switch. If they add that into Pikmin 3 Deluxe, they put the Wii U in as an item that you could just carry and then like use for scrap.
That would actually be clever. And I don't know. I don't think they'll ever do that, but it would be neat.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They probably, as much as everything, you know, like not even just the family-friendly company, but the fact that, you know, they're very wholesome in that sense. They probably do still want to remember the Wii U at least as a part of the company's history. You know, that they treasure that to them. I think they want to, you know, marketably, you know, monetarily wise, they want to forget the Wii U ever happened. But in terms of its actual existence, no, I think that's different. Toad Harbor. It's a harbor. It's got a lot of toads. Probably even more than you'll see in Origami King. We even collect toads.
There are a lot of toads here, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they call it Toad Harbor because, you know, in the Mushroom Kingdom, they call everything after their species. Dude, I was driving around today. I mean, I was at the human habitat. It's pretty cool, man. I was just chilling around there at the dog park. At the perfect place. They don't think it's weird in, you know, the Mushroom Kingdom name everything after their species. It doesn't make any sense. It just proves that their existence is for our entertainment. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know where the lack of lag came from in that interaction.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he knew what he was doing, too.
Yeah, the blue shell, like, blew up the tram as well, so that went up in the air. So I don't know if he just...
Yeah, that was really weird looking, but either way, I guess well played. It looked like it did exactly what you would have wanted it to happen. It did minimize some of the lag on that blue shell, but regardless, is still going to get caught by Dark, who is now running away with it, and I don't think anyone's going to be catching him, to be honest. I think Kunio's a little bit too far behind. Yeah, he already finished.
I was going to say, like, dude, throw that red shell and then just whip out those mushrooms, man.
Yeah,
that's your only chance.
Yeah, there's that other blue shell. Doesn't matter. It's going to be Dark in first, Kunio second, Dilly third, Sweet Blue in fourth. No one getting eaten by PCs this time.
Do
Not
you have a
this
PC,
time,
bro? You said PC.
PC. Oh my God, dude, we got a full, not full, but this is back to looking like a half full room at the very least.
Yeah, looking like it. Who is excluded this time? Is Takamarthan here?
No, Takamarthan's right there. Yeah, with the black hair. It might be Bosworth. Yeah. I don't know who is.
Is there still an SD card inside of this Wii U? There is not. Dude, I remember we had to open this. We had to open the latch to get to the USBs. We had to open the latch.
And Tunis, if you had to give some 200cc tips, what would they be?
Don't play it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You play. I'm kidding.
Come on, man.
I'm kidding. Oh my god. What I will say though, you want an actual genuine 200cc tips outside of the game? Pick your tracks carefully. Some are 10 times harder than others in 200cc, and some are pretty easy. If Excite Bike is in there, you pick that ish. Not only because it's really good for 200cc, it's fun in 200cc as well. Other ones are 10 times harder in 200cc. We saw Neo Bowser City earlier, literally drifting around that final section before the goal. That's hard enough on 150. On 200, even braking sometimes out of your nitro boost, depending on how good your kart's acceleration is, you'll just still fly off the ledge no matter what. You have to hit those brakes super, super hard. So honestly, pick your tracks carefully. That's probably one of my #1 tips for 200cc. Other than that, you know, there's the main one that even the game tells you. Like, there are in-game hints that tell you this, that when it comes to 200cc, use your brakes.
Yeah.
Literally, you have to use your brakes. There are turnarounds where you can't drift around anymore because your car just goes so damn fast. So that's another one as well. You got to hold your brakes and definitely utilize brake drifting a lot more, which is when you drift and brake at the same time to make sure you stop, but you still maintain your nitro boost so you can boost immediately out of it. And then after that, play a lightweight. Normally the lightweights aren't really the meta when it comes to competitive Mario Kart, but here because it goes so fast, you actually don't want to play the heavies because their top speed is already too fast regardless. So not only will it be harder to control for that reason, it'll be harder to control regardless because they don't have as good I believe they don't have as good of handling. And even if that's not the case, they're whatchamacallit, they're too fast regardless. Here, when you play the lightweights, because they're typically a little bit slower, because the lightweights are typically a little bit slower, it's completely negated by how fast in general the mode is and how fast the carts are, so it doesn't matter that they're light anymore, so they're actually the perfect weight. Either that or play midweights, those are good as well, but heavies are a little bit harder to play in 200cc for the sole reason that, frankly, they're literally just too fast, and I know that sounds crazy for a racing game, but that's just the wave. And Dilly Diamond taking first with the Tanuki Mario, Mr. M right behind him, and it already went away, so I couldn't read it fast enough because I was too focused talking about Mario Kart strategy.
Yeah, so this question's a little
also,
tougher.
Oh. Don't play it on this.
Yeah, that's not a bad tip.
Play it on this, because if you don't play it on this, you're not going to be able to play in the Glentendo circuit because we play on this.
All right, so this is for our friend Riskbitter in the chat. This might be a tougher question. I don't know how to answer this question, but best kart setup for 200cc? Are you using a bike or using a cart? Let's start there.
I'm the wrong.
Yeah, so this is actually a tough question. This is a little bit more meta-specific.
Because that's my favorite. The cart that Dilly's using right there, literally, that's my favorite cart in the game. I use it for everything, regardless of the game mode. So I'm honest to God, I'm the wrong person to ask. But if you'd like, we will link the Glentendo circuit Discord to you, if you'd like, and therefore you can join our wonderful little community that we have for it.
Yeah,
and then ask somebody in there.
Yeah,
they'll know more than us.
There's some pretty talented people in there. I don't know to what degree in 200cc, but enough, I think, where you'll probably get a thought-out answer. And this is one of those races where 200cc creates that possibility where you just kind of glide over a whole segment of the race.
They designed it for the F-Zero tracks. I swear to God.
Oh, sure, yeah, of course.
Like, when they made these tracks, they knew they had 200cc in mind. It's being developed around the same time anyway, so no way. They definitely just made it so the game would feel more like F-Zero, because they're not making another one of those.
They're not.
I'm just gonna be real with y'all.
It's dead.
It's dead.
I try to imagine a world where
F-Zero is like the like the mascot.
No, imagine F-Zero is literally like as cherished as Mario Kart is, and Mario Kart was a series that died.
I literally can't imagine that. Like, that's how far off that reality is from my brain, because I'm so seeped into the fact that would never happen. But in an alternate universe, I'm like thinking like, damn, that would be crazy. Because like these were beloved characters way before, you know, F-Zero even existed.
Yeah, but what if people were more into the racing than they were the characters themselves? Big first place for Cuneo. I don't know, that may have secured him the win for the tournament.
This was his final race.
This was his final race, and he's pretty far ahead.
Broke 200.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's definitely the winner today from what I've seen, so shout-outs to that. Yeah.
Dilly Diamond.
Yeah, now
our dude.
Yeah.
Because he's got more races left. He's got plenty, actually.
He has... I'm not sure. But
I think he's at his 11th or 12th.
All right, let's see what happens here. All right, there's still people there, so that's good. So Dilly's going to continue
The boys and girls. What? Eh? I said the boys and girls are pulling up.
Oh, yeah, they are.
There's Glenn playing Super Smash.
Yeah, shout out to Glenn playing Super Smash Ultimate during this tournament.
I hear those actually aren't accurate all the time. Those notifications, I hear like sometimes the games are wrong.
Yeah, I guess if you power on your Switch and it's the first, like, you never turned off your game after.
Yeah.
And then it probably will just say whatever game you turned on to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was either that or my friend lied to me when he said he didn't want to play or whatever, and then he just logged on with somebody else.
Probably.
I don't know. Yeah. Don't let the pro tip for you people suffering with anxiety.
I'm totally messing.
Whenever you have all these horrible thoughts in your head, you know, that you feel like people are including you hate these people. All I want you to ask yourself is who told you that.
Yeah. Honestly, being able to decipher between your thoughts and your intuition is that is a practice skilled a practiced skill. And really, my only advice in this Mario Kart stream where these kinds of things are discussed for some reason is basically your thoughts have like a language to them, whereas your intuition, there's no words behind it. It's just like it's like feeling based. And then the second you start to put words behind it, then you know it's just like you're thinking.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've learned that recently, and it's actually really made it a lot easier to be like, all right, I'm thinking now, and this is not good thinking. Or I could be like, oh, I'm thinking now, and this is actually moving me in a good direction. It goes both ways.
Yeah, intuition is definitely a skill in itself as well, where you just feel something is true. Like sometimes some people, and I also think it's just a person thing. I think some people just have really good intuition, and some people have bad. Like, I've been with people who have had bad intuition who would always talk about, how good their intuition was. I've seen like, and you can tell by what's up.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you tell by the decisions that some people make that they don't really have good judge of character or good decision making, and sometimes you can't tell yourself. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm sure I've made some bad ones. I'd like to think I'm a very good judge of character, if I'm being honest. But like, I'm a human. I've definitely fucked up in the past. I've definitely made some errors here and there before. But like intuition is something very different than your thoughts, like you mentioned before.
Who is that pink-haired girl? I don't remember seeing her.
Sulu, I think.
No, I don't. Is that Sulu? I heard her knee is definitely not that.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out in a minute. Because I don't know if I don't think Dark. He might be done now. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna. I don't know what that says. Anyways.
Japanese.
Yes. So 14th race, Dilly probably.
I hate to be that guy, Chris. You will have to excuse me for just 1 minute. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Dilly will probably finish. He still has 9 minutes left. This is 14th race. He's got 2 more. It's going to be tight. He might come down to the last minute. We'll see what happens. He'll probably get that last race against bots if I had to guess. I guess we'll have to wait it out and see. It's always hard to know with the way this game match makes. We got to sit sit all by himself earlier without a match for a while. And yeah, you know what, man? I actually really enjoy talking about this sort of stuff. Mario Kart tournaments, it's like I want to be I want to be able to deliver exciting Mario Kart to watch and be somewhat professional. But I also think that there's conversations like when you're watching Mario Kart every week and you're kind of going through it and, sometimes it goes well for the people playing, sometimes it doesn't. Either way, just other things come to mind. There's just so many other things to talk about. I feel like Mario Kart's just a comfy thing to have on the background to talk about like other stuff. So I'm glad there's some appreciation for that in chat. I'm happy to talk about more stuff like that, to be honest. I just don't want to be like weird champ. Here's all of these topics that don't fit at all with the game on screen and not talk about the people racing. But it's cool sometimes. Yeah, I think the culture of this is basically me spitballing chat, by the way. I know I don't have it in the overlays anymore, but it doesn't matter. So anyways, yeah, I think the whole assuming seeing a Japanese flag means that you're good at the game it's silly. But like it's a thing that I don't know, culturally just games are just so different in Japan. I even just think about the competitive structure of Japan, where all of their events, in America especially, we really glorify the ability to make money, and first place for Dilly Diamond, let's go. Basically the ability to make money through esports or, make careers and blah, 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 blah. It's just different in Japan. There's a whole different entertainment factor that goes with the games, and I think for some reason that translates also with just being really good somehow. I don't know. I actually have no answer to this. That is an interesting idea. Yeah, that's the thing is there's no... The desire to play doesn't come from making money, so therefore your ability to play well it's going to be infinitely more expansive if it's just basically motivated by the virtue of playing games well versus needing to either survive or draw some kind of income or anything to validate the reason you're playing. So that ultimately is always going to put some sort of limit on you. So I don't know. That probably has nothing to do, honestly, with the question, but it's where my mind went with answering it. Yeah, I mean, bottom line, don't make assumptions based off of just things like a flag or looks or whatever, titles, whatever the case may be. That's always the good takeaway in conversations like this. Generally, doesn't mean you can't talk about them though. I think ignoring things is funny too. Everyone just playing Mario Kart at the end of the day. So I believe Dilly has one more race after this, and this is going to give him a good chance to catch up on the points since it appears that it's just him 1v1 someone else. So, oh, that was kind of a weird place to go off track. Chalk it up to 200cc. That's when you see those kinds of things. And now Dilly, having to play from behind, is going to have to chase down the pink-haired racer, who's actually pulling away a little bit. Okay, there she is. Maybe not the most opportune time to use that mushroom, but I can understand wanting to get it out. And that lightning might actually be... I think it sort of did Dilly a favor because it looked like he was on track to hit that fire bar. And just like that, he is going to catch some ground. And since the lightning scales based off of what place you are with how long it lasts, that did allow him to get a little bit of a jump. And now has a small lead again. Actually, pretty decent lead. See if he's able to keep it.
Okay.
Oh, look who's back.
I'm alive. I'll let you guys figure it out.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. Was this what race is this for Dilly?
I think he has one more after this. I'm pretty sure he's gonna finish.
Cool.
We'll see what happens. But the other person in the lobby. Oh man. Oh
Whoa.
man. That hurts. So that is gonna be a second place for Dilly, and I mean his points total is still pretty good. He's at 161. I think he has another race left, so he'll finish in a pretty good spot. I will check the standings, but at this point I'm just gonna wait till he finishes.
Okay. Word. Looking like this is just these 1v1s against this player right here. This Japanese player.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is I don't want to be fooled by the flag, because like Takamarth has that Japanese flag, and he's just not.
We all know.
I know. I didn't mean
We
to
all know
expose
the
it like
truth.
this, but
We exposed him like months ago.
yeah, it's true.
It's too late.
I was
dude.
like, wow,
Don't
our
worry about
event's
that.
international, blah, 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 and then you I mean, actually, to be fair, it is, though. Like, we are getting flags from other places that are definitely not America. That is definitely...
We've had some English racers.
Some English racers. We've had, I think we've seen German flags, France. We've seen a Mexico
One dude
flag.
from Italy. One dude from Italy, I think.
Yeah, we've seen Canada. So it's cool, and that's the good part about this game in particular is the geographic location doesn't really seem to make that much of a difference.
Yeah, that's true. You know, it doesn't matter that much at the end of the day. I mean, speaking of international, here we go to the China-themed course.
Yeah, final
Dragon
race.
Driftway here for the final race of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dilly Diamond versus Anime.
Yeah, I guess
And here we go.
do that.
Dilly Diamond in his crusade against Anime. Here he goes.
Yeah.
Ignore me. I'm dumb.
Hey, come on, be nice to yourself. So,
Okay.
anyways, yeah, looking pretty good for Dilly. I mean, I know we're just getting started, and there's like a whole bunch of things that could happen between now and lap 3, but the speed at which these races go, if you do have a big lead like this, there's a pretty good chance you can capitalize, especially when it's just you and another human racer. Like, if you're falling behind as that second human racer, I feel like there's less you can do. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just you and no other human racers to sort of disrupt first place.
Yeah, you know, because like the CPUs, like you said, are probably not going to be doing too much. So now that's when it comes down to some pretty raw driving skill. That's when it comes down to that, I feel, you know, and it's that important. I mean, unless the CPUs just really, you know, mess you up with items. But like our good friend Knight says, you got to anticipate when that kind of stuff is going to happen from time to time.
Mhm.
You know, like when you feel like the lightning is going to come in, like there's a meta to how the AIs really, you know, get it at a certain point in the race. Like if you haven't gotten it by this point, chances are it's going to come by here. And if you already had it happen at this point, then chances are it might not happen again at all. Either way, it's not going to matter. This race is already almost over. Dilly is ahead by a huge margin here. I'm not.
Gonna matter. This
wait,
is not gonna
wait.
matter.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I guess I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, Dilly nerd.
Let's finish it out. Finish it out. All right.
You don't want to lose.
Dude,
to
I did
the
not realize how quick the
CGs.
ground goes. Like, when you get hit, holy crap, it looks like a big lead, and it's really not. That is, like, the most false sense of security you could ever have is looking at that map on 200cc. That is a little bit of a heartbreaker, but either way, still second place for Dilly, and out of 9 entrants, let's see what the final standings look like since we're at that point. Cuneo is going to hang on to that first place just by 3 points. Really tight, close day between he and Dark. Meanwhile, Dilly's still going to get third, so that really wasn't of too much consequence that last race. You know, still ends up at 173, a pretty big gap between him and Mr. M, who does come in 4th. Sweet Lou in 5th, Takamarth 6th, Bosworth in 7th, in 8th, and then Aceto, it looks like dropped out pretty early in 9th. Probably was just like, what the heck is going on here? Probably doesn't play into 200cc, but that's all we got. Before we leave here today, I do want to give one more mention of the UEF Passport Tournament Series, which I think is shaping up to be a monthly, as a matter of fact. And the Glentendo circuits are probably going to continue to be qualifiers for those, so that means you're going to be seeing the free tournaments in Glentendo circuits, which I'm going to show. Hold on, give me 1 second as I'm getting organized. Yeah, so these tournaments will probably be qualifiers for these tournaments, and these tournaments are going to have cash to them. So Glentendo circuits are free. If you're doing well in those, you could have a chance basically to position your doing well in those circuits into possible cash for yourself. And
Ooh, sweet cash.
yeah, that's pretty nice. And this is the event page for it. You could find it on Smash GG. The short link is smash.gg/UEF. Just like the event name, so that is how you can find it. It is a $5 entry if you just want to enter it all the same. And let me get back to Glentendo circuits. As you guys know, this is every single Sunday, or you should know if you're watching this channel. Again, these are free, open to everybody. They're an hour long, 12 races, as opposed to today, which is also an hour long, but 16 races. The 200cc circuit still sort of getting launched here. I do think that this is a particular tournament that could do well once people kind of learn a little bit more about it and maybe feel a little adventurous at 200cc. But, you know, in the meantime, yeah, it's chilling. It'll probably be another earning opportunity for UEF moving forward. Details on that to come. But in the meantime, that is all we got today. All out of gameplay, all out of time to play Mario Kart, I guess. I don't know.
Tournament's over anyway. It's over. Go home. Show's over. Leave the theater.
Yeah, go.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's over.
Was that Wayne's
Shouts
World?
to Mel. Yeah. Wait, what?
Was that Wayne's World?
Wayne's World, and also the producers. I think Mel Brooks did that in one of his movies. No, it's not Wayne's World. That's freaking.
Oh, Ferris Bueller.
God,
Ferris Bueller.
Yes. Thank you. And Deadpool as a parody of Ferris Bueller.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're right. I remember that. All right. Well, yeah.
Classic.
Go home.
Follow Nintunas YouTube. There you go. Blah. There you go. It's spelled there.
Yeah,
before
everything's down here. Nintunas has his YouTube channel, same app, so be sure to check that out. And then otherwise, keep it to Master Hand Gaming YouTube channel. You can find this tournament VOD, among other tournament VODs for Mario Kart, and all of the Smash tournaments for the past 4 years in New Jersey, pretty much. Also on the channel. So if that's something that interests you, if you think that's neat, go for it. The channel is going to be seeing some evolution pretty soon. There are some podcasts and stuff. That's not new though. But yeah, that's it. What you doing?
I was following the mouse.
Oh.
You had the cursor on there. You pet me with it last week or a few days ago, and now it was over my head.
I could just deny this and everyone will think you're crazy because I can't see it on the stream. Anyways.
If I was there, Chris, I'd shake your hand.
All right.
No,
well, anyways, thanks everybody who watches and supports and everything. Like I said, more news coming up on all this stuff. And in the meanwhile, you guys have a fantastic evening.
We love you all. Goodbye, friends.